Tyrese Chambers is one of the top rookies in the nation, but the journey to stardom was a path of struggle and hardship.
From being from Baltimore, you got to deal with a lot of, stress and depression and, just, seeing a lot of people getting murdered and killed and stuff like that. And the school system's not really the best. Just being able to, overcome all of that, for my mom and my sisters was my main goal.
Being from the rough streets of Baltimore, Tyrese witnessed trauma that changed him forever.
I seen my uncle get shot by the police probably 7, 8 times. I was like probably 13. That was probably the most traumatizing thing, me seeing. But like, I seen like a lot of stuff, in the streets, and I seen a lot of stuff, being outside playing basketball with my friends and stuff like that. I seen like a lot of stuff, but like nothing like that. Like that was probably the most traumatizing X factor, like just happened in my life.
Through these trials and tribulations, Tyrese made it out of Baltimore and earned a scholarship to play for Sacred Heart. Even as a freshman, he set high expectations for himself.
My expectations were just to be the best on the field. I felt like, I was underestimated and I was under-recruited out of high school, so I always had that grudge on my shoulder, that chip on my shoulder and that grudge to like, just be the best, whether it's in practice, whether it's training camp, whether it's anywhere, just be the best on the field. That was always my main goal.
That be the best attitude only added to his charisma. As a rookie wide receiver, Tyrese made quite an impression on his teammates and coaches.
From the jump, being a freshman, he wasn't scared to share his opinion and he's confident in his abilities and he likes to have fun, brings the energy at practice, never have to worry about that. So he's definitely a good guy to have in our group.
Man, he's fast. I ain't gonna lie. But then when we saw him run a couple routes, he's getting out of it smooth, fast. I was like, damn, he gonna start.
I feel like he was a great receiver that we needed. He had great routes, great speed. We really needed that. So when we first seen him, we was like, oh yeah, he's ready. He can definitely play in this conference.
Tyrese has earned 4 Rookie of the Week honors so far this season. He ranks #1 in the nation for receiving yards per game and receiving touchdowns among all freshmen. Even with his newfound stardom, Tyrese stays humble as ever.
God, man, like God keeps me humble. Like I said, I didn't been at the bottom so many times to the point where, once I start getting up and I start climbing that ladder, that I don't want to forget what it felt like being at the bottom. So, I stay in my shell, don't really talk to too much people, but I'm gonna make sure I let my success roar. You get what I'm saying? Like I post my stuff, post my success. I want people to know, that it took me a lot for me to get here. I put in a lot of work to get here, and it's just not about the Rookie of the Week. It's about what I did, behind the scenes, and that's, grind and stay to myself, stay down, and trust God.
From Fairfield, Connecticut, I'm Sam Pierce for Sacred Heart Sports Media.